Hi, I'm Lizzie, and I participated in the Crossing Borders New Student Dialogue. This one, according to the definition, is the dialogue that critically analyzes the stereotypical barriers that divide international communities from United States citizens on Clemson's campus. Recognizing the value of connecting with and learning from other cultures, participants will be encouraged to surface and analyze their conception of international culture in an effort to debunk common myths and stereotypes. So basically, in layman's terms, that means that we talked about the typical stereotypes that people have for each other based on gender or race and social class and things like that. And before we started doing all this, we talked about what a dialogue was exactly and how it's different from an argument, and it's also different from just like one person speaking. And so basically what the dialogue wanted to do was to involve everyone and not just have one person speaking their opinion, but everyone kind of putting their own input into it, which I thought was really interesting because it wasn't like you had one person standing at the front telling you, this is what I think, and like a speaker, I guess you would say, and them sharing their own opinion, and then you don't get to say anything. It was nice to hear the people in charge of it talking and sharing their own opinions about things, but then the fact that everyone else got involved made it really interesting too. And I would definitely say that there were some active voices in our group because there are always going to be more outgoing people. And it wasn't that they dominated the conversation, they were just able to share more because they weren't as shy and timid about speaking in front of people. So since there were active voices, of course, there were more reserved people. Everyone shared at least once. Like, I can't think of one person that didn't say anything. But there were people who definitely stayed quiet about most things, and that's just their personality. They're more of an introvert instead of an extrovert. And I would have to say that I was one of the more active voices because I talk a lot all the time. And I actually was not looking forward to doing these new student dialogues at the very beginning, but once we got in there and once we started talking, like, I actually met a couple people, and it actually gave me a chance to branch out and meet new people that I wouldn't have outside of the new student dialogue. So it helped me make friends, and it also helped me like see things from a different point of view. So I thought that was very beneficial. And even though it wasn't the most fun thing to do because it was a requirement for all freshmen, I actually thought like more good came out of it than bad. And the fact that our topic was stereotypes, it was something that's controversial, but it's not something that's so controversial that it's an awkward topic to talk about. Because at first I was really nervous because I didn't know anyone in my dialogue group, but no one was disrespectful towards anyone. Even if people shared or held different opinions, they were still open to hearing what other people had to say, which I thought was really, really important because I was afraid people would be a little derogatory towards others, but they weren't. And so I think we truly achieved what a dialogue essentially is because everyone was just sharing their own opinions, and we were all able, I think we all took something away from it. Like, we all heard like someone's personal story when we broke off into small groups, and that's when the more reserved people were actually came out and they started talking because we were in groups of 4 or 5, and it made it easier for them to share. And so when you break off into small groups like that, like, it's easier for you to open up, and then that way you can learn more about other people, and you would never like imagine just walking by someone on the street, like the different stories and the different experiences that they have to share. So overall, my experience in the New Student Dialogue was a very positive one, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye.